Hello auto sales professionals, it's an honor to talk to you for the first time. By the way, my name is Miss Sophia, your virtual assistant to CTM Joseph NG, your sales and marketing expert. This is indeed an honor to present the July 20201 e-auto selling professional newsletter. Really, to kickstart this newsletter we have 4 exciting news to share with you. Alright, although it more than 1 year of living with COVID-19 disease, we should rejoice and be happy. You ask why? Here is the answer. The number of COVID-19 cases is now stabilized. In fact, there is strong signs that Malaysia's GDP is slowly improving upwards. Therefore, we should be prepared to sell more cars in the near future. True. In order to inspire more confidence into you, this month's e-auto selling pro newsletter we highlight 4 interesting news. Believable. Briefly, exciting news number 1. Qasim weighs us listing with SPAC as option. Exciting news number 2. A dent in auto sector. Exciting news number 3. Cautiously optimistic. Exciting news number 4. 1 free chapter 8. Sales after the sales of book 7. Giant steps to selling excellence. Enough of my long intro. Let's get to the meaty part of this month's newsletter. Shall we? Thanks. First thing first. Exciting news number 1. Qasim weighs us listing with SPAC as option. Kuala Lumpur. Qasim SDNBHD, an online used car platform in Southeast Asia, is weighing going public in the United States in a deal that would make it Malaysia's first unicorn, said sources. The startup is working with advisors and is seeking a valuation of about $2 billion United States dollars in a listing, which could be a merger with a special purpose acquisition company or a conventional initial public offering, IPO, they said, adding that a deal to take the company public could take place as soon as the end of the year. Qasim was conducting a pre-IPO funding round that aimed to raise about 150 million United States dollars, said the People. At a $2 billion United States dollars valuation, Qasim, which was founded in 2015, would become Malaysia's first unicorn. The car sales platform operator would join other companies in the region, such as Indonesia's Ticket.com as well as Singapore's Property.Guru Private Limited Holdings Inc., in planning to list in the US via mergers with blank check firms. Qasim, led by co-founder and Group Chief Executive Officer Eric Cheng, has expanded its presence to Indonesia, Thailand and Singapore in recent years. The company's platform sees sales involving more than 40,000 cars annually, with a transaction value of over 600 million United States dollars, according to its website. It works with more than 8,000 used car dealers who have collectively made more than 2.3 million bids. Its regional rival, Singaporean used car platform Caro, raised 360 million United States dollars this month to fuel expansion in Thailand and Indonesia before pursuing a US listing. Bloomberg. Source. The Star, the 7th of June 2021. Next up, exciting news number 2. A dent in auto sector. Petaling Jaya, the combination of using raw material prices and chip shortage, which is having an impact on global car prices, could affect the Malaysian automotive industry if the situation worsens. Malaysian Automotive Association (MAA) President Datuk Ashar Ahmad said local automotive players are feeling the ripple effects of this global phenomenon. The global chip shortage has impacted deliveries from overseas and local chip suppliers, leading to a backlog on deliveries by 3 to 4 months. Depending on the percentage increase in rising material costs, if local automotive original equipment manufacturers cannot absorb the costs, they may have to pass them to potential buyers, she told StarBiz. RHB Investment Bank BHD head of regional equity research Alexander Chia said the global chip shortage and rising material costs situation would have an impact on local car companies if the situation persists. For completely knocked down models, small changes will be absorbed by the price buffer along with foreign exchange changes. But the new cost structure will be updated into the prices of new models, he said. In spite of the potential impact on the local car industry, Ashar, however, said the situation will be mitigated by the vehicle sales tax holiday, which has been extended until the end of the year. The extension of the sales tax holiday will help to cushion the price increase, she said. Chia also concurred that the sales tax exemption would alleviate the impact on consumers. I would say local consumer sentiment and purchasing power will have a bigger influence on car demand, he said. Under the vehicle tax exemption, locally assembled cars are exempted from sales tax, while for imported cars, the sales tax has been reduced from 10% to 5%. The COVID-19 pandemic saw a surge in demand for personal electronic items such as cell phones and laptops, which eventually led to a shortage of chips worldwide as production could not keep up with demand. A recent Forbes article cautioned that the automotive industry may have to bear with the global chip shortage until 2023. As demand for new cars and sport utility vehicles recovered from the lengthy shutdown, it turned out that other industries like gaming had been thriving during the enforced lockdown, which confined people to their homes and stopped car use and car buying. Semiconductor makers were happy to switch production to these new domestic customers, but when auto demand turned around, chip supply couldn't suddenly be switched back on. With many new cars using more high-tech components, this required bigger and more sophisticated electronics, and you have a perfect storm of supply aggravation for the industry, Forbes said in a report earlier this month. Source: The Star, the 20th of June 2021. Next, exciting news number 3. Cautiously optimistic, Petaling Jaya. Analysts are cautiously optimistic that automotive companies will see a rebound in earnings this year, underpinned by the vehicle tax holiday extension. The tax holiday is seen as a much-needed buffer to help boost sales and absorb the impact of the multiple lockdowns imposed this year. CGS-CIMB in a report noted that the Malaysian auto sector registered an 86% year-on-year core net profit growth in the first quarter of 2021, driven by higher sales volumes on the back of the extension in the tax holiday. It added that the higher first quarter earnings were also attributed to the lower base in the first quarter of 2020, due to the implementation of the Movement Control Order (MCO) that was implemented in March last year. We are still projecting the Malaysian auto sector's earnings to rebound with a 34% net profit growth in 2021. The sector trades at 14.2 times 2021 price-to-earnings ratio, in line with our target sector price-to-earnings ratio of 14 times. In spite of the MCO implementation last month, CGS-CIMB said it is keeping its 2021 total industry volume (TIV) forecast of 580,000 units this year. We expect the sector to benefit from the government's decision to extend the sales tax holiday until December 31, 2021 under the recent announced Pemakasa Plus package. On the assumption that no vehicles are delivered this month, CGS-CIMB said its 580,000 TIV forecast for this year would imply an average of 57,000 vehicles sold per month from July to December. This would still be 3% below the TIV of 59,000 per month recorded during the sales tax holiday from July to December last year. Hence, we think our TIV forecast is achievable, assuming the government does not extend the full MCO into July. If that happens, we see a 10% downside to our 2021 TIV forecast of 580,000. Meanwhile, we look forward to the upcoming national automotive policy revision in the second half of 2021, which could provide a better direction for Malaysia's vehicle electrification strategy, following the release of the 2020-2031 low-carbon. Source: Star, the 5th of July 2021. Lastly, exciting news number 4. Free Chapter 8 on Sales After the Sales of book, 7 Giant Steps to Selling Excellence, will be presented by my virtual colleague Miss Teresa. Okay, so, I shall now pass the rest of the presentation to my virtual colleague Miss Teresa. For now, I, Sophia, wishes you goodbye. Until we meet again, it's sayonara, okay. Thank you, Miss Sophia, for allowing me to continue sharing this month's auto sales.